Hey, this is Hans, and it's time for the Ramen Rater's Top 10 Taiwanese Instant Noodles of All Time, 2017 edition. Yeah, so I've tried quite a few new ones, and I'm just stoked about this list this year. A lot of big changes, so let's get right to it. Number 10 on the list, Kiki Noodles, Szechuan Spicy flavored noodle. Now, this one, we are just a myriad of Szechuan spicy flavor dry noodles in Taiwan. There's tons of them. But what I liked about this one is that it came with a big sachet of Szechuan pepper. And you could kind of add as much or as little as you want. You know me, I added it all. It's also kind of got a sweet and soy kind of thing going on with it, which worked really well. So I really like this one. This is from Kiki. I did a Meet the Manufacturers series with them this year, so check it out. Number 9, Momos Dry Noodles, Szechuan Spicy flavor. Now this one is another Szechuan Spicy dry noodle. This one though has a wide gauge noodle, and I love the wide gauge noodles when they're done this way. This sucker's spicy, and this sucker's got just like a really nice rich flavor to it. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Definitely one to check out. Number 8, Momos Dry Noodles, sour and spicy flavor. Now the sour in this one comes from black vinegar, and it's sour. You could also say it's very tart. And it's got a nice heat to it too, and it just they kind of play off each other really well. The noodles have a great gauge, good chew. They're another dry noodle. Yeah, I love this one. It's just got a really nice, kind of almost quirky taste to it that I really find enjoyable. So definitely get your hands on this. Number 7. TTL, sesame oil chicken with rice wine noodle. And this is the first one that I've ever had. They've got 2 varieties, but the first one that I've had that actually has a sachet of booze in it. Yeah, it's got some rice wine, and I mean, if you didn't put the rice wine in, it'd still be an extremely good noodle. In fact, I would still probably guess it'd be on this list. Although the rice wine gives it an interesting hit and a different kind of a change to the flavor that's really nice. It's kind of a sesame chicken flavor. Has a nice oiliness to it. Good broth. Pretty good noodles. And it's got a big sachet full of chicken and some broth with it. So it's very well rounded and really good. So I'd love to say that it'd be in the US, but I'm guessing they wouldn't allow it because it would have that sachet of rice wine. And they probably figured that kids would go and buy 50 bowls of it, dump out all the rice wine, chug it down, and yeah. I highly doubt there are teenagers dying to go to the noodle aisle and do this. So come on, let it in. Make it so. Number 6, Uni-President Manchuhan Feast Super Hot Pot Beef Flavor Instant Noodles. So this is one you guys in Taiwan have been saying, you have to try this, you have to try this, you gotta try this, try it for years, and nobody sent me any. And I had to actually be in Taiwan and hit up a 7-Eleven to find it. I think I got it at 7-Eleven across the street from the hotel we stayed at, because it was really warm there, and we kept going there to get like big, huge tanks of bottled water, just chugging them down. And yeah, they of course had a wonderful noodle selection. And yeah, this sucker's got a nice noodle, good broth, lots of beef and it's real beef, you know. I don't know whether it's Taiwanese or Australian beef, but whichever it is, it's good. So it's a big bowl, definitely a lot of food in this one. Number 5, Kiki Noodles, scallion oil and soy sauce flavor noodle. So this is the second variety that Kiki makes, and I'm just loving this kind of outpouring of the scallion and shallot. Isn't it scallion and shallot? No, scallion and soy sauce. Yeah, scallion and soy sauce. So if you don't understand exactly what a scallion is, you might also know it as spring onion, green onion. Yeah, that's a scallion. So it's just got this nice sweetness and onioniness to it. And the noodles had a nice gauge, good backbone and chew. This is another dry noodle. Yeah, I was very, very pleased with this one. So right on. Number 4, Zhang Noodles scallion with Szechuan pepper. I had this one last night, and God, I love this one. I've had this one quite a few times. I asked for some more samples so I could put a nice new picture for the list this year. And the noodles are wide. They've kind of got a little slightly rippled edge. And, you know, the more I've looked at them and tried them, I noticed that kind of like there's this central, kind of like this center line that's slightly thicker, and the outside is slightly thinner. So you get kind of like the hearty and the delicate at the same time in the noodle. And I really like that. I gotta say, I love it. It's kind of got a slightly sweet soy taste to it. And then you've got the scallion hit on it. And then you also have this Szechuan pepper oil, which just kind of, yeah, it's a really nice, well-rounded flavor that I think if you can handle some spice, they say you can put as much or as little of the oil in it. It's just like, go, God, come on, just put it all in there. That's what I do. So it's very tasty and savory and rich and wonderful and awesome. So give that one a try. Number 3, Little Cook Thailand Green Curry Instant Noodle. So most people in Taiwan, of course, have heard of Weili Jajangmyeon or Jajangmyeon. It's really popular over there. It's a black bean paste or black bean sauce noodle. When it comes in a bowl, it comes with 2 bowls. There's a bowl nested in the other one. And this Little Cook one is the same way. So what you do is you put the noodles in a bowl with boiling water, let it steep, pop open the drain holes, drain it out in the other bowl, add the sachet, which is huge. It's what do they call a retort pouch. So it's kind of like an aluminum pouch that has vegetables and meats in it. This one has, what was in there? I think there was some peppers, some peas, and some chicken. And you pour it in the one that was drained with the noodles and stir that up. In the one that wasn't, that now has the liquid from steeping the noodles, you add in a little sachet that has the soup base. And so you've got a sipping soup, and then you've got your noodle. So it's really, I love this kind of thing. It's like, wow, it's a 2-course meal, or a 2-part meal, I guess. Yeah, you kind of like have them at the same time. It's like eat the noodles, sip the soup. So yeah, I saw some guy with it on YouTube before we headed down to Taiwan, and I was like, I was just like thinking, God, I gotta find this stuff, and I did, and I was very happy about it. So anyways, we're getting down there. Number 2. This was on the top 10 list this year. Chou Banyan traditional shallot and onion oil noodle set. Okay, so this one takes the cake. I had this one last night because I was doing new pictures of it too. Just wonderful stuff. The noodles are kind of like, you know how noodles are usually round? These ones are almost in a way rectangular. They're not super thick, but they are thick. And they're not super wide, but they're wide. And they have just the perfect tension and chew to them. They're just right. They take 6 or 7 minutes to cook. That's what I usually do. That's what it says on the package. And then you drain them off, and then you add in the sachets. One has a liquid, and one has a powder. And you mix it all up, and then you end up with basically what I would consider, it's like candy. It's like eating candy to me. It's like if bacon is meat candy, this is noodle candy. So yeah, find it. That's your job. Find this stuff. The Chou Banyan is just out of sight. So finally, we have the number one. Generally, I think to this date, any noodle that's been on my top 10 list the same year hasn't been surpassed from Taiwan, except for this year. This year, the number one instant noodle of all time, Taiwan edition, 2017, is number one, Momos Dry Noodle, Dan Noodle. This one has just... Okay, first off, you've got a nice, thin, dry noodle. You've got all these different things playing around. You've got like this sesame sauce. You've got this soy sauce. You've got like a Szechuan pepper thing going on. And then you have a dry sachet. The dry sachet has bits of all sorts of different tasty things, including actual Szechuan peppercorn. So you get just all these different flavors, and they don't battle with each other. It's just kind of a nice, kind of like a sine wave, a nice solid even, and it's not bland. It doesn't all like mush together. Just everything just kind of goes like, oh, there's that flavor. Oh, there's that flavor. Oh, there's that flavor. You can really taste everything all at the same time. But little notes kind of just like come out in little crescendos here and there. And I just am in love with this stuff. I wouldn't be, not to do a prediction really. It is pretty early, but I wouldn't be surprised if this one was on the big annual top 10 list next year. So love this stuff. And that's it. That's the top 10 Taiwanese instant noodles of all time 2017 edition. If you like this video, please click like. If you hated this video, go away. If you would click that subscribe button, I'd be stoked. And hey, follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter. I've been posting these days on Instagram a lot, and on Thursday I do like throwback Thursdays where I'll put like 3 or 4 reviews from years past on there, and then I'll do like flashback Friday too, so I'll do the same thing on Friday. So Thursdays and Fridays I shove in there like 8 different posts usually. Some days I forget, but usually that's what I'm doing, and people seem to really like it, so check it out. Follow me on there. Yeah, so that's your list, Taiwan. I hope you had a good year so far. And yeah. All right. This has been Hans the Ramen Rater, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles every day. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.